Get ready to yell Shazam, because it looks like Billy will need all the help he can get against his clashes with the likes of Mr. Mime, who will probably team up with Dr. Sivana, and the two fearsome sisters and daughters of Atlas, Hespera and Calypso, who we think will change sides once they see that there is something else brewing that they cannot have the upper hand on by themselves. We do not have to remind you that all of you DC fans should get ready to go back to the world of Shazam, especially since we are getting closer and closer to the release date of the Zachary Levi-led sequel, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. The first movie told the story of Billy Batson, who received the ability to transform into an adult superhero just by saying one word, Shazam. And while the first movie mostly revolved around Billy's origin story, his newfound powers, the life he knew that changed forever, as well as all the enemies that came along with those powers he now possesses, the first movie received a lot of positive critical acclaim, both from the critics and fans alike, so there was no doubt about a sequel coming to the big screen. One that, according to some resources, will explore the lore of DC Shazam even further, and a story that will see Billy come face to face with new and even greater threats than ever before, with him taking it all in, with him slowly but surely becoming the fully fledged superhero we know him to be from the DC Comics. Thus, before we move forward, let's see how things went for Billy up until this point, and how much he evolved over the course of the first movie, with him growing even more into this newfound life as a superhero moving forward. Billy is a 14-year-old abandoned child who is proving a nuisance to child services and the authorities with his stubborn search for his lost mother. However, in his latest foster home, Billy makes a new friend, Freddy, and finds himself as the chosen one from the side of Wizard Shazam as his champion, and the ability to transform into an adult superhero with such a strong skill set. He also realizes that he has a deadly enemy in the likes of Dr. Sivana, who was rejected by the Wizard and has accepted the powers of the 7 deadly sins instead. Now pursued by this mad scientist, Billy must face up to the responsibilities of his calling while learning the power of this still new special magic he has with his true family, something Sivana can never understand. A few months ago, Warner Bros. And DC's 2022 film slate was somewhat destroyed, and while it definitely left a lot of questions regarding the topic, one thing DC fans could be happy about was the fact that Shazam was there to save the day, as it was the only movie to not get its release date delayed, with the highly anticipated sequel Shazam! Fury of the Gods will premiere on December 12, 2022, rather than the previously anticipated June 2023 release date. This is huge news, as it is around a 6-month jump. And while there are not many things known about the movie, it should at least give fans confidence that Warner Bros. Has something special prepared for them with the upcoming Shazam movie. One of the first things we learned about the movie was from Levi himself, who portrays the titular character, and that is, if all things worked out, his desire for the sequel to be a better movie in so many ways than the first one will be fulfilled when the movie comes out. Unfortunately, there is still no official trailer for the movie outside of some teasers here and there, which are old by now. So, with the release date moving closer, we should expect some new footage of some sorts to keep our minds at ease and see at least some concrete details about the movie, ones that will keep us intrigued as to what the movie will look like at the end of the year when it hits the big screens around the world. The cast for the movie will include, as we mentioned before, Zachary Levi as the titular character, the adult superhero Shazam, Billy Batson superhero alter ego, with Asher Angel returning to the role of the first movie as Billy Batson himself. Freddy Freeman, Billy's friend and foster brother, will yet again be played by Dylan Grazer, and Adam Brody filling in as Freeman's adult superhero form. Djimon Hounsou will also return as Wizard Shazam, the one who gave Billy his powers, and joining him will be all of Billy's foster family members who have been confirmed of returning for their respective roles, including the likes of Faith Herman as Darla Dudley, and Megan Good as her adult form Ian Chin as Eugene, and Ross Butler as his adult form Jovan Armand as Pedro, and DC Cotrona as his adult form. And last but not least, Grace Fulton as both Mary and her adult form. 2 other returning cast members include Billy's foster parents, Marta Balans and Cooper Andrews, as Rosa and Victor Vasquez, respectively. Outside of the returning members from the first movie, the sequel will also include some new additions, like Helen Mirren in the role of Hespera, one of the villains in the sequel, one of the daughters of Atlas, but more on her character a little bit later, who will also be joined by Lucy Liu as Calypso. yet another daughter of Atlas, and Hespera's sister. Their stories for this sequel have yet to be revealed. However, knowing just how successful careers they have under their belt, we have no doubt that they will live up to the hype. One other cast member who officially joined the DC Universe is West Side Story breakout star Rachel Zegler, with details of her role yet to be revealed. Not much is known about the plot of the movie. However, this did not stop the fans from speculating as to what the story of the sequel could be moving forward. The end of the first movie showed us in prison Dr. Sivana getting approached by the villainous worm Mr. Mind, who proposed an alliance between the two, which could have been an Easter egg, a hint towards at least one plot thread the sequel might entail, with the two possibly teaming up for the sequel and posing a more serious threat towards Billy and Shazam. The other thing many fans touched upon was the title itself, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. The name of Billy's superhero alter ego is an acronym for 6 powerful elders: Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. These 6 gods and rulers could also play a part in the plot side of things, as each of them contributes to the power Shazam has in his hands. Another theory suggests that Mr. Mind could somehow get involved with the gods, possibly through an alliance, or even become a god himself. In any case, there are a lot of things that have been circling around the internet regarding this topic. However, with the information we have been given and the things that are known to us, it seems like Murren's Hespera could be the character we should look out for. Not only because of how powerful her character is in the DC Comics, though seen on rare occasions, but her powers could be amplified to match the ones of Shazam. Hence, a rivalry between the two making a huge impact in Billy's world. And if Hespera's powers are not enough, she has her sister by her side, Calypso, who will surely be there to give a helping hand in the events that are about to unfold. But also, the other thing that we want to touch upon real quick is the fact that the two are daughters of Atlas, as we mentioned before, one of the gods whose powers are inside Shazam. So there might be something there as well, with the two from villains changing sides and helping Shazam in future events, if Mr. Mind has some aces up his sleeve and some idea to kill Shazam and take the powers he has for himself. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what are your thoughts on the Shazam character and the portrayal of Levi, a role he got a lot of praise for, and also about the sequel. Do you think the sequel can give us a better version of the character, and why? But also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.